Greetings, good people, and welcome. Okay, thanks for clicking on the video. It is hot topics time. Okay, so Young Miami, she is trending because she wrote her man Diddy a 4-page letter. Okay, so she wrote a character witness statement for her man Diddy. Will it help? His sentencing is right around the corner. We shall see. I'm going to get into that. Lil Kim, she was in the news recently. Apparently, she was scheduled to go on tour with Keyshia Cole, but that is not going to happen. I'm going to get into that. And Cardi B, Miss M.I. the Drama, she has been trending since last week. She's still trending this week. And she pretty much got exclusive about what is happening behind the scenes with her divorce from Offset. I'm going to get into that. All right. So as you are rolling in, ladies and gentlemen, please hit the like button and be sure to drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. All right, now that the church announcements are over, let's get straight into Miss Caresha, please. Okay, so she decided to write a character statement for Diddy ahead of his sentencing. So, you know, this is funny, but it's not funny. Okay, I'm gonna try to find the humor in this because I really feel for her. It's interesting that she still wants to align herself with Diddy. I guess she's one of those ride or die chicks. Some of you girls know exactly what that is. Not I, said the cat, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, so she wrote a letter, and trust me, people are sharing their thoughts and opinions. All right. So Diddy is scheduled to be sentenced on October the 5th. Yeah, October the 5th. So we will know how much time he will be serving in jail, if he will be serving any time in jail at all, right? So let's get into this letter, okay? So for those of you who care, I'm going to read the letter in its entirety, and you guys let me know what you think. Most of you probably already read it, but for those who didn't like to hear it, here it go. Dear Your Honor, my name is Caresha Brownlee. I'm a mother, daughter, sister, and a hip hop artist who has spent many years in the public eye. I want to be clear that I cannot speak on or defend anything that may have happened before I met Sean Combs. I do not condone any wrongdoing. That's just one sentence. Bye. I can only speak from my personal experience and the man I've come to know over the past 4 years. For those years, I was in a public relationship with Sean, and during that time, I witnessed and came to know a different person than the one often portrayed. Behind the scenes, he was loving, genuine, supportive, and always encouraging. He motivated me, believed in me, and helped me grow both personally and professionally. I'm writing this letter because I believe it's important for the court to know the side of Sean that isn't always seen or spoken about. The man who poured into others, who gave opportunities, who led by example, and who loved deeply. He helped shape me both professionally and personally. He believed in me, pushed me to grow, and taught me how to be a better businesswoman. He helped me find balance between chasing my dreams and being present for my family because that's what he did. No matter how busy he was, he never missed holidays or special moments with his family. One of my most meaningful memories was when he took me to my first Met Gala. It wasn't just about the event, it was about what it represented. Has always made it a priority to open doors for Black people, to make sure we are seen, heard, and valued in spaces where we've historically been excluded. Y'all think she wrote this? Some people say it was Chat GPT. Continuing on, that night reminded me that we belong in every room, at every table, and in every conversation. He's constantly encouraging me and so many others to dream bigger, walk in confidence, and never shrink who we are to make others comfortable. He also gave me a voice by providing me a platform on his network to speak for the culture and connect with people in a way that was real and authentic. Hopefully, the judge won't catch none of her episodes because they were a bit raunchy. Although entertaining, Caresha, they were raunchy. That opportunity changed the direction of my career and showed me the impact one person can have when they choose to uplift others. Beyond all of that, I've seen him give back to his community over and over again. In 2022, we fed the homeless together on Thanksgiving, but that was just one example. There were so many moments where he gave quietly, privately, without cameras, because his heart genuinely wanted to help. I've also witnessed him doing real inner work. He made the choice to check himself into anger management, start therapy, and commit to physical healing through therapy. That takes strength, humility, and self awareness. He didn't do it for show, he did it because he wanted to grow and to become a better person. In my personal experience, Sean is not a danger or a threat to the community. He is a man of God, someone who uplifts, supports, and inspires those around him to be better mentally, physically, and spiritually. But more than anything, he's a father, and his kids are the ones who look up to him the most. They need him. His presence, love, and guidance matter deeply in their lives. I truly believe that he belongs at home with his family, the people who mean the most to him, and who continue to be his greatest source of purpose and strength. Judge, that's a good man. Thank you, Caresha Brownlee. Baby, when I tell you I screamed at the end when it said, Judge, that's a good man. That's a good man, Savannah. He just need a little time. Girl, Young Miami, if you choose to. Now listen, it has been said, and everyone has witnessed this, that Young Miami's experience is drastically different from what we see on the surface, from other ladies who have come forward and accused Diddy of what they accuse him of. Okay, Young Miami caught a lot of backlash because she chose to stay with Diddy, and she didn't really speak out too much during the trial. It was noted again that her experience was it was a stark difference between what she experienced and what other people experienced. Now, is that her fault? No. However, I can understand the scrutiny, because if you seen what we seen, especially the video footage of Cassie, and heard what we heard, it's kind of like, from a moral standpoint, not to be self-righteous, but from a moral standpoint, how could you align yourself with somebody like that? Listen, that's her choice. At the end of the day, if he is not a threat to her, she's going to look at him as somebody who she can trust, who she loves, who she cares about. She was in a relationship with him. She loved him. She cared about him. That's her choice. Well, you guys know that the internet does not miss an opportunity to basically throw shade. So these are some of the comments as the internet reacts to Young Miami's 4-page letter. So someone said, Young Miami writing a character letter for Diddy just proves different people can have various experiences with the same person. I agree. All right. Next up, I just know Young Miami did not write a character statement for Diddy. Yes, she did. We just read it. Diddy was grooming Miami, so of course she had a great experience with him. He didn't get a chance to harm her, and that's great. I hope she stayed prayed up and be mindful with dealing with him what he's capable of. Grooming, I don't know. That's a stretch, I guess. That's just my opinion. Young Miami wrote a character statement for Diddy, LMAOOOO, this B word. Young Miami rides so hard for Diddy. Wow. Young Miami is down for Diddy because what screams man of God about that guy? So some people have strong opinions. There are more. But listen, it's her choice. I don't, this is no, to me, this is no different from the everyday woman who claims to be a ride or die for her man, who constantly cheats on her. I'm not saying Diddy's cheating on anybody, but I'm just drawing a comparison. Who constantly cheats on her, has kids with other women outside of their relationship, gets locked up, have to do a bid, and you hold it down for your man. You know what I'm saying? You testify on behalf of your man. You hold it down. This is no different. And I'm pretty sure some of you think that those type of women are stupid, like what you're saying Young Miami is. Listen, it is her choice. It's her life. It's her choice. I do think that she should be very careful if Diddy is released, or whenever he is released, that she should be careful if she cares about her brand. If she loves him, she loves him. I mean, what are we going to do about it? It is what it is. I don't know. It's just a whole lot to say, but it's just like on one hand, on another hand, but let me know what you think. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to calling her stupid and dumb and all this other stuff. Listen, she's gonna do what she feels is best for her, right? And again, she's no different from the average girl that is ride or die and holds it down for her man, right? We see this all the time. Anyway, speaking of ride or die, on a total flip side of ride or die, Cardi B, right? So she is, listen, she's trending all over social media. I want to get into her talking about her divorce from Offset. When she was on The Breakfast Club, Lauren LaRosa, which was a great interview, by the way, Lauren LaRosa did a great job. So Lauren LaRosa asked her about her divorce, proceedings. Gayle King, she talked about her divorce as well on Gayle King. So basically, she filed for divorce last year, Cardi B says, right? And she said that everything is not smooth. She's basically saying that Offset is holding this up. So for people who are wondering what is holding up the divorce, she says she's legally separated. And basically Offset is the one that's playing games. Are we surprised? So let's take a listen to what she had to say. This is the audio from her spaces on Twitter, but the visual is from a meet and greet that she did recently in a mall. All right. So you get the audio and then you get the fun visuals. All right. Like to hear it? Here it go.
Want to know the tea? The only way I could get out of my marriage if I pay for somebody else's taxes, even though I pay for my own, and give them one of my properties. I'm fighting for that. I'm gonna fight for that.
Mm-hmm.
This is not no love shit. And like I said, I'm not gonna stop living my life because on a contract, I'm practically still married because somebody wanna hold me hostage if I don't give them millions of dollars to get out of it. So that's what I'm going through in life. However, I'm not gonna live my life. Y'all want me to remarry and stuff to have another baby and stuff like that? I'm doing things how what makes me happy.
Mm-hmm.
I did it the right way the first time. Guess what? When you separate from somebody, one thing about it is I don't like broken homes. I don't like broken homes. But guess what? Kids, like y'all want to know the tea? My kids, they don't give a fuck. You wanna know why my kids don't give a fuck? Because they life have not changed. My kids, they don't give a fuck. You wanna know why my kids don't give a fuck? Because they life have not changed.
Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear that the kids' standard of living and their lives have not been disrupted because of this. I'm pretty sure they miss their father being in the home. Um, and I wonder if Cardi B has sat them down and talked to them and explained to them what's going on because she's very protective of her children. All good mothers are, right? But yeah, so Offset is basically holding up the divorce proceedings. He wants Cardi B to pay his taxes. Can you believe this? And he also wants Cardi B to give him one of her properties. Notice she said her properties, not their properties. This just proves that Offset, you are wildly immature, and Cardi B has every right to fight for her things, and I do believe that she will win. Pay your own damn taxes. Cardi B is not the reason why you are in tax debt. Dame Dash Jr. Pay your taxes. So it's probably going to cost her an arm and a leg. But listen, as hard as she's working, I'm pretty sure that her lawyers are paid very well and she has a good legal team. And I hope that this gets wrapped up really quickly because I'm pretty sure she wants to move on. Now, if you notice, she didn't mention his name because very rarely, well, she doesn't mention his name at all. She said in the Gayle King interview that she doesn't have any communication with him. She can't communicate with him right now. And I think she's on a high horse right now in a good way because she's promoting her album. She's pregnant. I'm pretty sure she's about to have a baby very, very soon. And then she's going to be going on tour. So she got a lot going on. But yeah, a part of me kept saying that they're probably going to get back together. We don't know. Okay. Anything can happen. But as far as Cardi paying Offset's taxes as a reason for the divorce being held up, absolutely not. She's not responsible for your taxes, sir. That's absolutely ridiculous. And I don't even know why the judge is like, what's really the holdup? Like, The judge is considering this. Wrap this up. Wrap it up. But I wish her all the best. Okay. Can you imagine that? The nerve. All right, y'all, moving along. Little Kim, the queen bee. All right. So she pulls out of the Europe dates on Keyshia Cole's tour. Okay. First of all, Keyshia Cole is on tour over in Europe. I know they did a couple of shows together in the US, but for whatever reason, Little Kim is pulling out. So this is the statement that she gave to her fans, and it reads, "Unfortunately, I will not be joining the Europe dates of Keyshia Cole's tour as originally planned. This sucks. I was truly looking forward to connecting with my fans overseas, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I won't be able to make it this time. I'm already working on something special for you, and I promise I'll be back to see you soon with that new. Thank you all. Thank you for all of your love and support. It means everything to me. Sending love to Keyshia and her team as they continue to tour, and to all my fans in Europe. I can't wait to make it up to you." So she didn't give specific details as to why she is pulling out on these dates. And it does suck, because I'm pretty sure people already purchased their tickets with the hopes of seeing Little Kim. First of all, shout out to Little Kim. After all these years in the game, still touring, first overseas, still booking shows. She seems like she's having so much fun. The last time I saw her, well, not me in person, but the last time I seen that she was out was during New York Fashion Week. She was with Wendy Williams at the Laquan Fashion Show, when Wendy was stepping out with her fur, okay, and her leather Daisy Dukes. So Little Kim was there as well that night. So I hope everything's okay. It doesn't sound like it's anything health related or anything bad. Probably conflict of schedule. I don't know. But I wish Little Kim nothing but the best. I'm surprised, and I don't mean to be I'm not trying to be shady, but Keyshia Cole is overseas touring. Good for her, man. Good for her. So that is all I got, ladies and gentlemen, on this episode of today's Hot Topics. Please be sure to drop down in the comments and share your thoughts. Let me know what you think about Young Miami's letter to the judge. She said, "Judge, that's a good man." You know, I've just thought about it. It's actually about time that you wrote a letter, Young Miami, because I was looking for her to write a letter when he was found guilty. I'm like, how come she didn't write a letter, but Gina wrote a letter? Diddy probably like, look, you need to write a letter. But I didn't get into it. But his mother also wrote a letter as well to the judge, and former Bad Boy artist of all people, Carl Thomas. Anyway, great singer. But he wrote a letter as well. So maybe I'll get into that in another Hot Topics video. But in the meantime, in between time, be sure to like the video and share your thoughts in the comments section. All right, I'm signing off, but I will be back soon, and hopefully you will too. And until then, I will talk to you later.